Bonjour la classe. Aujourd'hui, on va parler du passé composé et l'imparfait. Make sure that you've already watched the video for passé composé and you're pretty confident with how to conjugate it, especially when it comes to les verbes pronominaux, reflexive, and whatnot. You should also be familiar with l'imparfait if you're in French 111. If you need more help with that, we're going to go over that in a bit, but please conjugate some verbs before you watch this video. Okay, l'imparfait, I actually got this from 102. Quand utilise-t-on l'imparfait? C'est pour décrire une situation, des personnes, des lieux dans le passé. Okay, so anything to do with description. I know in 102 we kind of limited ourselves with just one or two explanations, but for this class, you'll see that we go in a lot more detail. Okay, so anything to do with descriptions like c'était magnifique, right? Anything to do with that, or even c'était en 2012, right? You're describing a year that you were in, for instance. So you use l'imparfait and not passé composé. Again, when do we use the two verbs or two tenses? It's when you're speaking of the past, all right? So make sure that you know the ending, okay? It pretty much stays the same with all of the verbs, all right? So make sure you have the AIS when you're talking about je, so on and so forth, okay? So just make sure you know this, okay? All right, so you can pause this video, attempt this exercise by yourself. Like I said, you should know a bit about l'imparfait. And when you're done, you can look into the description box and compare answers. If you have any question, feel free to email me, okay? But for the sake of this video, I'm trying to keep it short. Make sure that you do this, and then I will continue with the rest. Passé composé, like we've seen so far, it's usually described or used to describe past events, okay? So we're not so much talking about descriptions of things. Oh, yes, it was a beautiful day, for instance. It was basically things that you've done, like little facts that you've done that didn't take a long time, but it's usually there to talk about past events, okay? For instance. And also, I've put in the terms that you're looking for when you're speaking of the past in these three sentences in red, and then the rest you'll see in passé composé will be in bold. So, hier, j'ai mangé une tarte aux pommes. So, hier, of course, that tells us that we're speaking of the past. J'ai mangé une tarte aux pommes, all right? So, notice that here I am describing an event. I ate an apple pie. Arnaud est arrivé en France le mois dernier. Okay, so again, it is an event that happened in the past month. Quelques semaines après mon arrivée, j'ai reçu une lettre. Okay, again, an event that happened some weeks after my arrival to whatever destination I'm speaking of. Okay, so that's le passé composé for this class. Only content yourself with knowing that we're speaking about the past events. When do you use l'imparfait? So we've seen in 102 that we use it when we're describing, right? Describing things, right? So if you have lieu, the place that you're in, j'étais à Paris, for instance, the date, right? Or the time, okay? C'était en 2012, again, we're speaking of the year, so you use imparfait. Je rencontrais le public universitaire pour la première fois, okay? So it was in 2012, and then we're describing the circumstances of that situation. So that's when you use imparfait. Okay. Pour parler des sentiments, des émotions, des habitudes. So anything to do with speaking of your feelings, of your emotions, of your daily habits in the past. Okay. What I mean by this is nous parlions souvent le français. So that was something that you used to do in the past. So you use imparfait. Notice that it's not just one single event, which is when you'll be using passé composé, but here it's something more frequently that you were doing in the past. Sentiment, again, if you see anything that speaks of your emotions, of your feelings, you're using imparfait. All right, so now is the fun part, and this is something that you probably have seen in 102 as well, or yes, it was definitely in 102, and this is probably something that you'll see on the exam added in with the other functions that we've seen in the last slide, all right? So let's take a look at this example. Je vivais en Angleterre et je ne parlais pas français. Je me suis inscrit dans une dans une école de langue française à Paris. J'ai fait la connaissance de Cindy. Okay, so when you have something like that and you can clearly tell that we're not speaking about emotions, we're not speaking about dates and whatnot, right, which will tell us that this is conjugated in imparfait. When you have something like this and you don't have any of the functions in front of you, ask yourself this question: what event came first here? Okay, so looking at the sentence, we know for a fact that this came first because that person was living in England, didn't speak French, and then they moved to Paris, right? And then enrolled themselves in a language school. And then that person was speaking about Cindy, okay? So this is the first event. So whatever event comes first, you use imparfait, and that's in bolded here. Whatever succeeds that first event is going to be in passé composé, and that is why it's in passé composé here. Okay, just make sure that you don't get too caught up on that, because sometimes we might trick you and we say, well, what is this? J'étais heureux, right? And the reason why I'm putting this here is because guess what? All of a sudden, I'm speaking of emotions. And how do we conjugate emotions? We conjugate that with imparfait. Okay, so these two only applies if the other two, right? So we don't have describing circumstances, lieu, date, heure, or emotions, right? We're only having successions, right? So if whatever event succeeds the first event will be in passé composé. Okay, all right, moving on. Au pied de la Tour Eiffel, j'ai rencontré un Angolais. Il venait passer quelques jours de tourisme à Paris. Nous avons monté les escaliers du monument et nous avons commencé à discuter en français. Nous étions très contents. Okay, that's another part where I want you to pause this video and try to figure out what event comes first, what is succeeding that first event, and why we're using imparfait and passé composé. Okay? So, what is the first event? Even though that sentence came first, does not mean that, it happened in real life first. Okay? So, il venait passer quelques jours de tourisme à Paris. So, before that person met the Angolais at La Tour Eiffel, of course that person must have taken a plane from Angola to go to Paris. So, that came first. Okay? So, this is why the second event is in passé composé, because it succeeds that first event. Okay, and then after meeting, of course, this will remain in passé composé. Oops, what did I do here? This will remain in passé composé, right? Because guess what? It's still, so you have your first event. Oops. Okay. Okay. Arrival to Paris. Second event, meetup, okay? Third event, stairs, etc. Okay? So notice that this one, because it's the first event, it's imparfait. The second event, it's still going to be in passé composé because it comes after the arrival to Paris. Okay? Same thing here. But let's take a look at the next part. Now we're speaking about our emotions, right? We were happy. So that's why we go back to imparfait. Okay, because we're speaking about our emotions. All right, so this is actually something that I've seen in last year's exam. Okay, so we're gonna take a look into it and then we'll see why we're using passé composé, why we're using imparfait. Hier matin, oh, okay, we already know for sure that we are speaking of the past. Quand Jamel, right? We're speaking of the past, we're speaking of one specific event. So what will that be? A ouvert, n'est-ce pas? Yes, I know, I love my colors. Tout était blanc, right? The reason why it's été here is because I'm describing the surrounding. I'm describing what's around me, okay? Et la neige continuait à tomber, right? Again, I'm describing. The snow kept falling, okay? Jamel était très heureux. Another key word, right? We're speaking about his emotions, so that will be passé composé. Imparfait. Okay? Il a trouvé le spectacle magnifique, right? It was a one-time thing, like he saw it, he said, wow, this is beautiful, so it would be a past event. He's describing an event in the past, all right? Another thing here, il se dépêchait de descendre. Again, that's another pronominal, so I'm going to go with passé composé oops. Okay? Again, we're not describing anything, we're just describing an event, okay? So he rushed himself to get down, right? This is another one where we're speaking of successions, okay? That's mainly when you have two verbs in one sentence. Il fait un bonhomme de neige quand son oncle arrivait. So what happened first? I will say that he was making a bonhomme de neige, right? When his uncle arrived. So that happened first. He was already making that bonhomme de neige, and then his uncle arrived. Okay, so what do we say when we have the first event? Of course, it's going to be imparfait first. Il faisait un bonhomme de neige quand son oncle, again, if you look at your Dr. Mrs. Vanderchamp, you'll see that it's être, est arrivé. Again, we don't put the E because uncle is masculin. Okay, so this is something that you might see on an exam. It definitely was on the last one. And hopefully you guys found this helpful and we'll talk about this in class. D'accord. Merci tout le monde.